2, 3, 4.
Hey guys, and welcome to another video with Channel Vegan and Frodo. Hope you're having a beautiful, wonderful day. I am reporting from a town called Moss in Norway. I am 65 k's out of Oslo. We'll be making it into Oslo today. Even though it's pretty later in the afternoon and we started riding later today, the point is that the sunlight stays up for so long here that it's not even an issue. So I'm not actually concerned at all. I am so full right now and so happy and carved up and satisfied. I just have had this huge plate of salad, and I also got myself some little corn. They didn't have small little kernel ones that I could open here without any kind of tools, so I got that one. And also I had the beetroot in there as well, so I have some left. I had some bread. I also bought a big thing of watermelon, like a quarter of a watermelon, but I'm so full now that it probably has happened to other people too, right? When you get to the supermarket and you're so super hungry, you end up buying all this stuff and then you're just like, oh man, I'm not actually as hungry as I thought I was. Or rather, it was a fairly legitimate amount of food. It was some sort of grain, rice type grain. It was a little bit of pasta, and it was beans and carrots and things like that. It was really good salad, really good salad. I feel very happy about it, very full. And then I just talked to my amazing, beautiful mom and realized that I haven't answered some vital questions in my previous videos that I should talk about, since you might have those questions. So I flew into Europe, as you know, in Budapest, and in Budapest I got a stamp in my passport. I'm flying on New Zealand passport, and when I got into Sweden, no one did anything in regards to stamping or checks. Obviously my bike and everything was checked through security, but I think it's because it's a European Union. You just don't need to worry about it. If you're allowed in one border, it means you're probably going to be allowed in all of the different countries that are in the European Union, so there's no issues with that. And then I flew into Sweden, and I think I've told in the previous video that I built the bike right there and then at the airport. No worries. There was someone with the bike pump, so I could pump up my tires, and there was no dramas again, no issues. And that was so lucky. And then I started riding from Sweden off to Norway. So in between Sweden and Norway border, there are a couple of different ways you can cross the river. The one that I took was a big bridge, so all the cars go on the road portion of the bridge, but there's also a pedestrian/bicycle walk path part of the bridge, and you basically just go across it. I'll put some video pictures here, but it's absolutely so stunning. Hey, it's just, it's stunning. The cars have to pay about 200 or something kronas, and motorbikes have to pay 21 or something kronas right there and then. And there's police around, so they can stop you and ask you to pay if you want. But for a bike, there's no issues. You just cross, go down, and no one has any issues whatsoever. Hey, it's just so easy. You move past. In regards to money wise, I've been just using ATMs. Hey, just going to a new country, getting some money out, and it's all good, no dramas. It's knowing how it's different currency in all these different countries. It'll be good when you get to mainland Europe, dealing with countries where just euros are, but it's all good. You find your ATM, you get some money out, sufficient for however many days you'll be in that certain country, and then you use that. For phone services and internet, obviously that has been incredibly helpful for me, whether it is to contact Warmshire's hosts, whether it's to contact my friends and family back home, whether it is texting, phone calls, or via internet. Also, internet has been so important to me and vital to me, just because it helps with the maps and figuring out which roads I can take, which routes I can go through, and just all the different things, like learning the translation, figuring out the ingredients lists in all the food that I'm eating, just like everything. It's been so vital. So for me, it has been incredibly helpful to have internet. And what we have as an option in Australia is Vodafone, $5 a day. There's a list of countries, I think it's about like, I want to say 80 countries. There's quite a few countries on that list that you can just pay $5 a day for every single day you want to use your plan in another country, and then you have access to your, data, to your phone calls, to your texts and all that kind of stuff from wherever you are in the world. And that has been incredibly helpful. I think I tend to go through data quite quickly, even though I have like 20 gigs. So generally in Australia I get 36 to 40 gigs, but because I'm overseas I only get like 18. And you might think it's sufficient and insane amount of data, but somehow it ends up going over. Well, like, not when I'm in Australia, but like lately, especially now, yeah. But anyway, it's all good. You can obviously get a bit more from, depending on the plan that you're using and stuff like that. So those are, I guess, really essential kind of critical things. It'll be interesting to see what the borders are like back in mainland Europe, when I'll be going from Amsterdam down through to Croatia and crossing all the different countries on the way there. But so far it's been pretty sweet, no drama at all. It is so warm, it is so comfortable. It is like it can feel a tiny bit hot, like in the sun, but nowhere near Australia hot, I tell you that much. So it's just so comfy and so comfortable, and it's just nice. Especially now that I just had like a big thing of salad and had like some bread and some veggies and stuff, so I'm feeling pretty good. An interesting thing I noticed in Norway, and I also noticed it in Sweden, there is like this really different sport thing that everyone does here. And it's like, I think I'll try and put some pictures here, but it's like these plate things you attach to your legs with wheels. It's sort of like roller skating, but it's not really. Like, it's sort of like a skate, and you attach it to your foot, but you kind of strap it on, instead of like it being an actual like shoe type thing that you put on your legs and your feet. And they all have these little kind of sticks in their hands that they use to push. So they like push off and off and off like the floor and going. And then that guy with the noisy trolley coming back again. So a lot of people do this sport, and it's like pretty interesting, pretty different. I need to like, I don't know, I want to call it roller skates, but not really. It's not like fully roller skating. So a lot of people do it, like loads of kids do it, loads of like adults do it. Like I've seen so many people like just on the street, up and downhill, like going at it while I'm riding my bike. So it's pretty interesting. Also here in Norway, I've been seeing a lot more cyclists purely for fitness purposes, like athletics, not necessarily for commuting. Like in Japan, it was just non-stop, like kind of commuting. Everyone was like commuting by bike, but not so much. Here mostly I see cars. Oh yeah, so I've been seeing so many retro cars, convertibles, fancy like high-end expensive cars. Like I don't think I've ever seen so many like retro convertibles and modern convertibles ever, like since like when I saw them yesterday compared to when I saw them yesterday on the road. I also have seen a couple of Tesla charging stations as well. That was pretty cool because I recently read a book on Tesla and on Elon Musk rather, and that was I was like, cool. I'm in a country where, yeah. But I also know that in Norway it's like subsidized if you want to buy a Tesla car. You can like just charge it at home or charge it at the station. And it'll be interesting to kind of learn more about it. But I know that like if you have like an electric car, you also get like a right of way in like certain highways and things like that. And it's basically very focused. Loads of wind I want to call them windmills, but they're not windmills. They're those wind turbines, renewable energy, wind, renewable energy. That's interesting as well. There's so many of them here. So it's pretty cool. And in regards to people, everyone's just been pretty friendly, pretty nice, smiley, just, I want to say they're all in a good mood and just kind of happy and satisfied, living in a good country with good rules. I find the place incredibly tidy, like super duper tidy. And like Tokyo was insanely clean. And like this place is very, very clean. So that's pretty cool too. Not that Australia isn't, but I just, yeah. I guess maybe like I'm used to it now, but then it was like maybe I should just kind of point it out and make a point of it, that just because, yeah, it actually is very, very clean. I don't really know what it will be like compared to other European countries, but yeah. And cars has been fairly decent. They always try, like there are a few drivers that try to get me on the pedestrian crossings, but then I see regular riders riding on the road. I'm just like, and no dramas with cars. I think people just like want you to be safer. So they try and tell you to go on the like little bicycle path, pedestrian walk thing, but I feel like it's not necessary. Not always, especially when it's like 20 different turns around and you gotta like stop and start and stuff like that. If you're on a pedestrian path, and then when you're just driving, when you're just riding on the main road, you can just go. So yeah, that's cool though. But at the same time, you know, if you're a person who would prefer to have like a bike path and not be stressed out with the road, like I have had like people and I talking to me about, what's do you have to stay on the road, or can you like go on a certain like bike path or like a little pedestrian bike path type thing? Like here, that's where it is. I feel like that's where people are getting it from. Either way, I think it's pretty cool. Roads pretty sweet. I don't know what day of the week it is, like Wednesday, maybe Thursday, I don't know. I know it's middle of the week. I know, it all kind of becomes a light blur. You go in places, I like sometimes wake up and I'm like, which country am I in? And that's gonna get even more crazy when I go to mainland Europe, because like there's gonna be like just so many countries in between, changing like every couple of days or every day. But this is so cool. This is so cool, just kind of adapting, constantly learning, figuring out different things. A good on-the-go food is kebabs, falafel kebabs. I've seen a lot of ads for it. I had one in Sweden. And that was like on point, but I'm also like really starving usually when I'm looking for food. So of course it's gonna be good, but it's like it actually was really good. So, but yeah, I've seen loads and loads of little like arrows and stands for falafel kebabs, and like yeah, they actually like call their stands falafel kebabs. Like they do serve, I think, other things in there too, but yeah, so that's a thing, because an easy on the go vegan food in these couple of countries at least. So yeah, all right, I better wrap my stuff up and get going. We have a few more hours of riding today, and then I actually want to put some videos out for you on YouTube, because I have been a bit quiet lately just with all the different things going on. But I'm so glad to have you with me on the trip, and definitely want to share with you everything. And I'm recording so much with like all the different things, with the cameras, with the GoPro, with the drone, with the iPhone, and these are like going to be some epic vlogs, I reckon. It's going to be a lot of fun. Alright, hope you're having a beautiful, wonderful day. Thank you for checking in again. I'm so glad and happy that I get to like chat with you guys like this. And let's keep on going. Remember to stop counting calories, start counting hills. Count your adventures, count your passions. And thanks for checking in again. See you again soon. Bye.